Hello and welcome to another cast. We're gonna look at Flynn again. Looks like he still needs some tips to improve, so we're gonna give him. He's gonna be playing Point of Reach, pretty big map, mostly air and navy battle. And he's gonna be Aeon against UEF. So we can expect some of the horror units as well, since Riptides are really good. So that will be some extra fight on both sides over the islands, not just with the navy, but also with these hover units that can be quite annoying to deal with. But as an Aeon, Flynn also can build them, and he can also build the floating flag and shields, so if he micro his units properly, he should be able to defend those Riptides. So for the beginning, I guess I wouldn't build the first factory like this. I guess he just misclicked, he wanted at least one of the adjacency bonuses. Or I would just build it way close to the Hydro, like this. Not to hit the trees, to get faster to the Hydro, and then just use my eco to the maximum by surrounding it with 4 mass storages. And on this map, really early on, you pretty much need a lot of air, since you need to secure at least these 2 islands, or just 2 islands, to have an even match. So 2 pigeons, then another pigeons. Oh, air factory. Okay, so air factory, then more pigeons, air factory. I wouldn't be afraid to build even 4 air factories, but of course some of the more pigeons, meanwhile I'm not sure how much exactly, like 4 pigeons, then air factory should be fine. So bomber, scouts, bomber, intis, that's good. Also you can use a factory attack move from this factory. So these NGs that are idle for a few seconds before you give them order will just reclaim these trees. So right now what you need to do is to use your scouts to find out expanding NGs that are going to the sides, and also to protect your own NGs against being bombed. So you wanna send them bit over there, so you have the radar coverage of this area. And also when you reach this position, you split them to both sides to find the expanding NGs, use your bomber to target the NGs, and then scout the main base. That's the best thing how to do it, but this scout is just sitting there unfortunately. And there's Inti already, and scout. But there might be a bomber on the way already. As you can see, his bomber is ready. And this NG just got scouted, so there might be a bomber coming, which would be annoying since the NG already went far. And looks like he's gonna use the bomber to try to defend this position. Also the other NG got scouted, so as you can see, he's doing exactly what he should do. Finding the NGs, and there's the bomber, and it already has target, so now you need to dodge with this NG if you want it to survive. And then maybe even with this one, since the bomber can just go around and kill off this NG as well. So NGs didn't manage to go on foot, so you need to build a transport loaded with NGs. These 2 does not need to be stopped, you need more energy, maybe even more factories. And you can see this bomber was really annoying. Enough, it should be enough navy, but more air would be better, since you really need to secure it, and now he's a bit behind since he didn't kill any of the NG. This bomber just died there somewhere on the way. So more F factories. He can even start ecoing slowly, but he shouldn't post these NGs because he needs a lot of energy right now. Also transport. Okay, he's building transport, and I wouldn't be afraid to build right away 2 transport to drop on both islands at the same time, since he's behind. So load it with NGs and he's gonna drop over there. This should be easy to defend. So right now he could use 1 scout to keep it on patrol like here, to see if there's any bomber incoming or anything that could kill these NGs, and maybe like 1 INT as well, and then try to secure this position with the rest. Yeah, but he needs more NGs on the energy spawn too. It's not enough for this map. Also, the attack move from the factory would give you some extra energy from all those trees, and that's always welcome. And more air factories. Looks like he's gonna drop on more positions. Yeah, that's fine, he's going for the hydro since he really needs the energy. But something to secure it as well would be nice. And right now he can't build enough air since he's really lacking on energy. I don't know, I guess he misclicked with these NGs. And you can see his opponent has 100 more energy, and that's quite an advantage, especially on the map where you need to do air. Okay, so he didn't manage to kill this drop, unfortunately, and there's no bomber to kill it, so he won't be able to compete this island right now. Also, there's NG being built, and right now not enough bombers. You can build like... Now it's too late to build a bomber, the factory will already be there. You can build like a bomber for intis and scout with infinite build, and when you have the bomber you just send it to those islands. But I guess on the right side I would try to keep it maybe right here sitting, or just flying over the water and wait for the right opportunity to kill the NGs. Pretty much same on the other side. You wanna hide it, and there's a bomber killing these NGs, and he needs to dodge and then try to build a factory with them. Also send the air to help it. Okay, so he lost this drop, but he has the transport still, so we can try to recapture it again, but he needs to send his air with him. Because right now you can see he's already behind. The blue guy already has the factory, so he's gonna get all these maxes really fast. I expect he's building a lot of energy, already have 2 T2 maxes, while there are no T2 maxes since there wasn't enough energy to upgrade. And also on this side, bit idle with the NGs, could be faster. He has interceptors to defend this. And there's also this island was dropped, and this is a mistake to drop on the same position since there was the bomber. He didn't do anything to kill it, so you could try to drop like over there, build the factories and then secure it with units. Yeah, the NGs are already damaged. There's the bomber somewhere, so you need to split them and start dodging. They got all killed in 1 bomb. It's unfortunate. So, and again he's sending even more on the same position, but he knows the bomber is still there, so that won't be any useful. Also, the frigates right now needs to be sent not directly. Well, this, I guess this is the scouting frigate, which is not a bad idea. He can see if he's going for T2, maybe scout even this factory, or just try to run around. And these other frigates, one needs to go to kill these mexes, one can try to kill this mex and deny the expansion to the left side. Another frigate needs to go kill off these mexes and all this that are close to the water. One can go over there to kill this one mex and just raid everywhere. Also, this is a good target. I guess you need to go around so you're not on any radar that is here or sonar. And just be really annoying. Kill off these mexes, retreat to the back. 1 minute later, just send it back, or 2 minutes. And kill the NG again. And for that you also need to use all your scouts to see where the NG is. If he's sending another NG, you can kill it while it's on the move, and then just run away, come with the other direction. Just use the frigates for raiding. Now the NGs was dropped on this island as well, so he's beyond. Now he starts ecoing, but since the blue guy already have 3 islands secured and now capturing another one, he's already really behind in eco, so he needs to start raiding everywhere. Also, these units, all the auroras, could be sent to try to kill off these mexes. He should have advantage of the range, so with a bit of micro and intel, he has the scouts there, so it shouldn't be a problem. Micro them a bit. This frigate can kill those NGs, do some damage, and you need to send all your air over this position, have enough bombers to deal with this. Also do some drop with your own NGs, rush a PD, because this frigate can kill the AA, and with enough air you would be able to secure it. Okay, so he's raiding now, but also from the other side, these mexes would be nice. And the T2 Navy. He needs to do really a lot of damage, not to waste units like this, because he can't afford to lose even 2 frigates. Okay, so he killed them all. So there was actually just 2 frigates. It was just the jamming. So now he can use them to split, one go there, second go around the edge of the map to this position. And also they like to auroras to kill any mexes that will be there. I don't know if he scouted it, if not then probably don't send any. Just kill off these mexes and then retreat, stay on the range, since there's the PDs that can't be killed with auroras, but everything else can be. Okay, so we killed the AA, so with enough bombers and air he should be able to capture it back. Also the transport loaded with NGs landing over here, rushing a PD, or maybe a bit more in the back to not be killed with all the units. There is no radar, so it would be successful. Okay, now he's sending the transport. He's gonna land here. But I think he should have done it a long time ago, since he has already quite a big disadvantage. Now killing the build power is nice, but killing those mexes would be also a good idea. And also killing these that are not secured. Yeah, that's the problem. When you're behind, you need to play even better than you can to catch up again. And keep echoing. But soon he's gonna have problems with the T2, but he should be able to counter it with his own T2. And he needs to regroup his frigates, not to lose them all. And the advantage is that he can always use the Auroras to help his frigates. But soon I would expect some Riptide going, I guess, from this side, since this one is more secured and there's no battle over it. Also, don't land your intis in the enemy base. Doesn't want to lose them all. And there's a T2 HQ, so soon there are gonna be support factories everywhere building Riptide, so he can also do T2 or add T2 and start building blazes with shields. You can see he's still missing the one island that he didn't recapture back. And also, another thing he could try to do, since there are mostly units on these two islands, he could try to drop few units over here. Or even drop the units there, kill off these maxes, just be annoying pretty much everywhere where you can. Or also transport, load with units, go around the edge, drop like 2 units there, 3 units there. Now he could try to use these three frigates as a decoy, send them on a top, split the navy to have the most of the frigates there of the opponent, and then attack with the main force and with, but he would also need a destroyer for that, and kill off the production, but that's not gonna work since he's gonna lose the frigates right now. He's using the destroyer to kill this island, which is not a bad idea, but then there was no point of fighting. He still needs to be running. Yeah, and as you can see, there are almost no units, so single drop could do a lot of damage. If it was secured with air, since blue is really now using bombers. And the eco he's still ahead, so he will still have slightly more units. So there are like 40 interceptors. Or 30 against 30, so pretty similar numbers, but since there are interceptors split everywhere, if you really focus his air on the one side, he should be able to secure it with air. But now it's getting again too late, since this looks much more secure with the AA, all the units now going to T2. And one destroyer needs a bit more time to kill it. At least he's still managing to split the units. Now he's chasing these frigates. So he can just do the damage, go around, kill off these maxes on the way. Or one frigate to go over around these islands, and he will never catch up. So you can use this, but also he needs to do it on the other side. To kill as many maxes as he can, keep ecoing. And try to out-eco your opponent like this by raiding every max you can. Okay, so 2 destroyers, there's the second one. That could be used to fight in the middle, and with a little bit of micro you can kill even 2 destroyers, since Aeon Destroyer has much better range. And now the Riptides are coming, and one thing how to stop them would be, or just slow them down, is to build a PD. But since this map is so open, it's really hard to protect everything with a PD. And as you can see, the Riptides are much stronger, but I think they are also more expensive. Okay, let's look at the price. So 360. 220. Yeah, so they are much more expensive. So you need like 2 blazes to kill one Riptide. And here it's gonna be hard to defend. He needs to rush to PD right now with these NGs. That's gonna kill them easily. And more Riptides coming, so yes, he's even splitting them to kill everything. So he's doing a really good job raiding with those. So right now he's doing exactly what Flynn should have done long time ago with Auroras and maybe even with drops. Now it's gonna be hard to defend, but you can see this destroyer is still full health, this one is almost dead, the second one is just damaged. But right now he can just run around the island and he will never catch up. And this destroyer will be a bit late, I guess, but he doesn't need to attack directly in the base, he can just go around and kill off this island and he will still have the advantage at the end. He's gonna win easily. Okay, so finally he killed the factories on this island, but there's another destroyer and still he's gonna need some time to recapture it. But he also needs to start raiding. And there are gonna be Riptides coming, so it's gonna be hard. Auroras will not be an option anymore, since these Riptides can counter them easily, but you can still try. If you attack from all directions, one Riptide can't defend everything. Okay, so there's the PD that should stop the Riptides. Unless there's too many of them. But they can always go around and kill everything else, which is really annoying. Yeah, looks like the last option would be to rush T3 air with all the NGs and I guess try to kill the energy, but that is not gonna work since it's shielded. And there might be cruisers on the way, or he can just spam cruiser and build A everywhere. So not even a T3R would be, or maybe the T3R would be good to secure the navy. If he has air control, he can use the torpedo bombers to. I think he can snipe a cruiser with one pass, unless it has too much veterancy, and then finish off all the navy. And with air control, he could definitely afford it. But he would need to do it really fast, and I'm not sure if it would work in this situation, since Blue Guy already has quite a lot of energy. He can go RAS pretty soon as well. Or he can already do RAS and go T3 himself. So I guess this is gonna be now just low end of Flynn. But you can always try it, you never know, or just try to find the ACU and go for a snipe. If he can't find it on the island, then it needs to be somewhere in the water, and usually if his ACU is not in the main base, it's gonna be near to his main base, so exactly where he is. You can try to find him. Since he wasn't really building subs, it would be obvious on the sonar which one is the ACU. And I guess like 3 or 4 T3 torpedo bombers going around pretending to be scouts and just sniping the ACU. That would be the last option. And since he's that far away from the land, 3 or 4 should be enough. Yeah, now there are riptides even in the main base. This island is pretty much lost, just 2 mexes left. We managed to kill a few mexes there, but the riptides will stop anything else. And looks like the air control right now. So the bombers will defend it. I guess he's gonna go Rasi himself really soon, but now there comes the navy and there's no destroyer to defend it. And the cruiser can just kill it from the distance. And he's targeting the HQ. So that's the end of the navy. T3 or T2 is not really gonna work against the cruiser right now, especially if you park it just next to the production, and that can be also easily killed by the navy. Riptides even in main base. Torpedo bombers pretty much everywhere else on the map. Okay, so next time he needs to build more air. Don't forget to build the energy early on, since there is enough mass, so we just need energy. If you're not successful with the transport on the first try over there and you're not able to secure it with air, just drop on the other side, because he wasted like 3 drops to 1 bomber. And then raid much more. And with that he would be able to compete or even win. Now there's nothing he can do with this. Well, unreal, I'm not that sure. It's quite real. I guess what he done would be enough. If he had this island as well, then it would be a pretty even match. But since he was lacking on one island, he was always behind in eco a bit. Okay, so I hope it was useful. See you in another one.